As Danny said, my name's Kevin Madison. I'm a principal scientist at an analytical instrumentation company, Malvern Instruments. So I've put that kind of into the title of the talk, A Vendor's Perspective. My research thesis work was in enzyme action protein chemistry. So I come from a background of protein characterization, but not from a formulation background. So my research wasn't in making formulations stable, but more in making the active component of the formulation more active, doing things to it to increase the activity of the enzyme. Right after grad school, I actually went to work for an instrument company. So for the past 10, maybe almost 15 years, I've been working on these problems from the standpoint of instrumentation, trying to make better instruments, trying to better understand the market. So when I was asked to participate in this actual workshop, I came in with, or I've agreed to it because of the fact that I wanted to learn more about it. I didn't expect to get hit with a 30-minute presentation. So you'll have to forgive me for the fact that I'm coming at this from an instrumentation standpoint, all right? I don't have the formulation background that you guys have. I'm here to pick some of that up. And my viewpoint on the whole particulate versus protein aggregate debate, and I'll call it debate because it still is a debate, is that I don't think we know enough about it yet to really understand what's going on. And I'm a little concerned that companies, that the vendors, the instrument companies, are starting to jump on the bandwagon a little too soon, and that we want to be a little cautious. So that's the general take-home that I'm putting forward in my presentation, is that we really don't understand yet what's going on. We know that there's something there. And I think, as Danny said, the FDA is not necessarily telling us you must do this, this, and this. The FDA is telling us these are areas of interest to us, and we want you to look at them. We want you to be aware of them. Don't ignore them. So that's generally the take-home message that I want this talk to get across to you. If for some reason I'm not loud enough, just let me know. If I'm too loud, please let me know that also. If you want to interrupt at any time, that's my preference. Okay? I put together enough material to probably take us through the end of this workshop. I would rather not go through it all. Okay? My preference for workshops like this is discussion. So if I come upon something that you disagree with or that you don't understand, voice it right then and there, please. All right? If I don't cover something that you want to talk about, this is the venue to do that. All right? So just for a brief outline, I'm going to recover what Danny just covered, a brief background. And then I'm going to give you this section here, an application description. And this is the description of the protein characterization and protein quality control market as we see it from vendors. So you guys have your view of it, and then we, as providing instrumentation for you guys, we have to interpret what we get feedback from the customers and from the market into instrumentation. So understanding the description of the market from the standpoint of the vendors might actually help you get a little better understanding of why some technologies just simply cannot do what you would hope they would do. I mean, I quite often get hit up with, well, all you got to do is make dynamic light scattering, do this, and everything's wonderful. Well, physics says no, you can't do that, all right? You can use dynamic light scattering to look at any formulation and determine whether or not something is there. But it's a sizing technology. All you're going to get out of it is the size. You're not going to get how much. So from a characterization standpoint, that's wonderful. From a quality control standpoint, it's useless. You must know how much. You cannot get that from some technology. So that's what I'm going to address here in this application description. I'm going to talk a bit about digital imaging, not a lot, because I suspect most of you are more knowledgeable about digital imaging than I am. Okay? And then I'll dwell on this complementarity subject where I talk about how, from a characterization standpoint, you can use these different technologies to extract more information. They've got overlapping limits.